Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Murphy. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll go back to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give from the gun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Flanagan. Quickly complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On second down, wants to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll take it himself. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Return is brought down at the 33. And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Looking to pass. It's Flanagan. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Using the quick game. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Utah!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to catch.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lions. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
The slant route is such a versatile route, right? You can throw it against man coverage, zone coverage, third and short, third and medium. It works against a lot of different defenses, and this guy loves throwing.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Shoots it to the left. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Utes!
Touchdown, Utah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Utah!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Alabama, 2.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Looking to throw, it's Flanagan. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
He'll let it go down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Utes send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way back from the 20. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't
down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and it's just on to the next down.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
31, Alabama.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll leave it with him. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. To the air, it's Flanagan. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wide out in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got his man. Makes the catch and knocked down. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd down, going up top. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown Tide. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Gets it out fast. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
DB's right up on the receivers. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one.
You You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more.
Off he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed.
And that ball is picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, the defense is expecting pass on that one, 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
To the air, it's Flanagan. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The give to the tailback. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Utes! And the stomping has commenced. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Looking for a man. It's Flanagan. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Wiggles free, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after... registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Gage. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to get to him. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, sometimes you just got to be lucky, and that time the ball bounced the right way for the kicking team. They were able to recover their own onside kick, and they've got possession.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He chucks one out to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
He's going to take off. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Gage. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback checking the play. From the gun. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It's reverse. Finds a crease at the 20. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Back to pass, it's Gage. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the middle. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better, sir.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. It's not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Gage. Out across the 30, mark down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Utes! And the route is on. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 13, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.